Hello, everyone. Hi, and welcome to another class from Blue Moon Studio. We are making fall earrings today from polymer clay. I'm so excited to teach this class because we're making cute pumpkins and little candy corns and beautiful fall leaves, all different kinds of earrings that are easy for a complete beginner to learn how to make polymer clay jewelry. So my name is Stephanie Manor. I'm here on behalf of Blue Moon Studio. Let's get started. Let's take a look at some of the earrings that we're going to make today. So we're going to do this one first. This is a double leaf earring. We're going to learn how to create those grooves, create the leaf shape, and work with both solid color clay and pre-patterned clay. This one, we're going to use 3 different colors of clay and learn how to make stripes in your designs. And this one is so fun. We're going to hand sculpt these little mini pumpkins. We're going to show you lots of options on how to customize these to be your own. All right, let me do a little cleanup here. We can get started with the very first project. Okay, so the clay that we're working with today is from Bead Landing. This is sold in the jewelry making department at Michael's. And this clay is a little bit different than the traditional polymer clay that you are used to working with because it comes in these flat slabs. So it's already kind of fun for you. It also comes in interesting patterns where the pattern is already in the clay. And sometimes those patterns contain gold foil like this pattern does. This is another pattern that we're going to be working with today. It's more of an ombre pattern. Here's a piece of another pattern. This makes like a marble design, but these are great for the beginner because all of that work is done for you. All right, so we are going to start with our earrings that look like this. Okay, and so for that, I have a piece of solid clay that I have been kneading, and this process is called conditioning the clay. And whenever you're working with solid clay, you always want to go through this process. It makes it really malleable and soft, kind of warms it up, and allows you to work with it more easily. When we're working with pre-patterned clay, we can't do that because we would lose all of those patterns. But I'll show you how to work with that. So first, let me bring out some more materials. So I have a basic toolkit here. Again, all of this is sold at Michael's in the jewelry making department. This has all the tools that you're going to need to work with today, from a roller to a razor blade to a sharp tool to all these sort of different basic clay tools. I have an assortment of cutters over here. We're going to use a bunch of these to cut shapes. I have some findings and some beads that we're going to use. I also have a bowl of cornstarch. We dip some tools in here like our cutters so that they don't stick. And assorted other fun stuff that I'm going to bring out. One of which is this. This is a ceramic tile, nothing special. Bought this at the home store for like 50 cents. I have a lot of these on hand because, we're making jewelry. Jewelry is small. You don't need more than, a small working surface. And I can work on this and put it into the oven. So polymer clay is an oven bake clay. So this is going to go into your regular oven or a toaster oven at 250 degrees for 20 minutes. So it's a relatively low oven, 250 degrees, 20 minutes. If it's super thick, you're going to want to bake that for a little bit more, and always in general err on the side of baking it more than baking it less. You are not going to burn it. But make sure you check your ovens. You want to make sure that they actually are at 250 degrees and aren't just playing with you. Okay, so we have this kind of a peachy colored clay. I'm going to bring out the acrylic roller here. And I use the cornstarch like you would use flour when you're baking. And I put just a little bit of cornstarch on there. That just makes sure that it's not going to stick to my roller, and start rolling it out. But right away you can see, especially if I kind of turn it, that this area is low, this area is high, this area is low again. So to stop that from happening, we have these things called thickness guides. And those can go on either side. They come in a package. It comes in a 4.5 mm thickness and a 3 mm thickness. You can see the difference between those two. We're going to use the 3 mm. And I just place those on either side. Now when I roll with it, I don't get any of those low spots. I can be sure that this entire thing here is 3 millimeters thick. Now, you can go thinner than 3 millimeters. If you are a polymer clay enthusiast, you may have a pasta machine that's dedicated to polymer clay. Wonderful tool. It really helps you make very thin slabs. But for now, I'm going to just thin this out a little bit more than 3 mm because these leaves look the best when they're a little bit thin. So I'm going to go one way, turn my slab, and go the other way. Okay. All right, this is what we're working with. Now we need a cutter. This is the cutter that we're working with. The cutter also available in the jewelry making department. They come in multi-packs. So this is like a pack of arch type shapes. And these are special cutters for jewelry making. A lot of the cutters you see out there are just kind of standard shapes. These are specifically for the shapes we see in jewelry. So now I'm taking my cornstarch. I'm going to dip the cutter in there a little bit, get some of that on the edge. And we're going to make some shapes. There we go. There we are. And then I just weed out what I don't want. And that's the great thing about working on ceramic, because the clay will stick to the ceramic, will stick down, and you can weed out what you don't want. Of course, we have a little bit of extra cornstarch. Don't worry about that. We can just wash that off after we're done baking. Now, the plan is to bake it on here, but I'm going to show you if you need to transfer it to a baking sheet, you need to use a flexible blade. This also comes in that basic toolkit that I showed you. And the way that you would do this, it's down perpendicular to your work surface, and you scoot it under to pick something up, then you can move it that way. All right, same thing. This one left a little shadow of clay. You can just kind of scrape that up. All right, so I wanted to show you if you need to transfer it to a baking sheet, a standard metal baking sheet. I have a 1/4 sheet pan. It's a nice size for the small bits of jewelry. That works well. We do recommend putting a sheet of parchment paper down, just like if you were making cookies. All right, I wanted to move those off to the side so that now I can show you how to work with the pre-patterned clay. So this is how it comes. You're going to show me, see me take it right out of that package. There are some instructions in there. Make sure you read the instructions. And this is the packaging that it comes in. This is also wrapped in plastic, but keep this packaging. This is a wonderful way to store your leftover slab. So don't throw that away. But here's our pre-patterned. Let's open this up. And pre-patterned clay, it's something that is really new. So if you haven't tried it before, I'd suggest giving it a try. We're going to lay this right down. And in fact, I know that I don't need that much, so I'm going to take just a small piece of that clay. I'm going to put this back in here. And all of my leftover clay, I keep in a shoebox, like stood up like this, so I can just flip through it and find what I need. Because for this project, all we need is this little bit here. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to try to do this without touching those ones up there in the corner. All right, also going to put a little bit of cornstarch, and we're going to start to roll this out a little bit. So that clay slab, it starts out at about 5 millimeters thick. These thickness guides that I'm using are about 3 millimeters. So we are bringing this down some. Okay. And this, my blade, I always keep this on hand. I have a piece of clay that I kind of just stick up here above my work surface, and I just stick my blade like that, and that's how I store it on top of my desk. I like doing that because it's super easy just to pull it out of that clay and keep working. All right, back to our leaf cutter. Into the cornstarch. And now I get to decide where I want all of these beautiful swirls to be. So I can see down through that cutter, and I really like the way this looks up here. And press straight down and then straight up. Dipping in the cornstarch again. Gonna go over here. And of course I can fill this up with as many as I want. And weed out what I don't want. So this piece of clay, absolutely I can reuse it. And I'll show you what that looks like when you roll it out again. It just gets swirlier. Put that off to the side. Okay, now we want to add a little bit of texture to our leaves. And I'm going to do that on this one first. So here again, my blade, I lay it across the leaf and I just kind of seesaw it down the middle to establish that middle. And now I want to create that leaf texture. So the best way I've found to do this is I'm using just the tip of the blade, and I'm starting in the center, very shallow, but as I come out to the end, I'm going deeper so that I'm coming out and hitting, this is hard to describe. I'm hitting the ceramic tile on the end. And in fact, I can kind of get this little flicking motion at the end, and it kind of creates, you'll see as we go, it'll start to create more of a leaf texture, like a natural leaf texture on that end. And we're going to do the other side. Let me see which way I can do this without messing. All right. So we want that to go this way and just kind of like flicking down. I hope you can see what I'm doing and my fingers aren't in the way. Flicking down right here at the end. See how that kind of moved? That will just make it look a little more realistic. Oh, I can see that I'm covering what I'm doing with my finger. I'm sorry about that. If you didn't get the good flick in there, you can come back with a little needle tool and just kind of flick the ends out, because leaves are not perfect. And your charm will look more natural if the ends feel like they have some movement to them. You see what I mean? Let's also do one of these over here. Down the center. And coming in here and just doing a little flick at the end. Oh, did I? Looks like I kind of messed that one up. I don't know how I did that. Now, if you do that, the blade is very sharp. If you do that, I would try to sort of fix this with another tool and just kind of work with it. And you can see how that extra cut just disappeared. All right, coming out here, flicking the end. Okay. And then what I like to do with a tool that looks a little something like this is kind of a sharp edge. I like to reinforce that center line because when you look at real leaves, that is the largest of the lines. So it should be thicker than these kind of like detail lines on the sides. Okay, and so I would do those to all of my leaves here. And then this whole thing gets put into the oven, 250 degrees for 20 minutes. And I'll show you what we have here. Okay, so this is exactly as it came out of my oven. I have not moved these yet, but they should release very easily from the ceramic, just with a little push. And you can see that it's very flexible. A question in the chat, can you use gum paste molds? And I didn't catch the other thing that was in that question. Absolutely, you can use tools from a variety of crafts. I'm using jewelry tools here. I'm using polymer clay tools. I'm using some of my husband's household tools that you'll see here in a few projects. But yeah, you can cross-pollinate all of your craft supplies and find things that work for you. But so you see how I turned that I flexed it too much and it kind of broke open a little bit because of how deep my cuts were. But good baked polymer clay, let me show you this, is very flexible, very, very flexible. If it is brittle, it's probably because it's not baked enough. All right, so here's how I want to set up my earring. This one on top, this one on bottom. For me to do that, I need some holes to connect things. So that is going to be achieved through a hand drill. You can make the holes before they go into the oven. I do not prefer to do it that way. I like to use a hand drill after. It takes like 2 seconds. You can see how quickly that went through there. And I just get a very uniform hole. This hand drill is sold also at Michael's in the UV resin section, and this is a 1.5 mm bit. And then I want to be careful with what side I choose because I've made a lot of like little flicks and I need to make sure that there is room. Well, let's hope that there is room up here. I'm going to put this right there. Did I do it? Yeah, it looks like I'll be able to get a jump ring through there. Okay, let's move this out of the way and do some assembly. So here we are going to be assembling these two things together with some basic jewelry parts. Starting with a couple jump rings. I think for fall, it's got to be gold. So let's bring out a couple gold jump rings. And then it's your decision what kind of ear wire you want. This is the classic French ear wire. If you prefer more of a stud shape, these are also available, but that is your preference. They assemble the exact same way. And you are going to need some jewelry pliers to do this. So taking a smaller jump ring, this is about a 5 mm jump ring. I'm going to open up until I have that kind of coil shape. Do you see that? Oh, hopefully you can see that. And we are going to connect these. Oh, I forgot one. I need a hole at the bottom as well on my solid leaf. So I just made the hole, fitting the jump ring through it. Before I close it, I'm going to connect that to my bottom leaf. And then I close that jump ring up. Now we have 2 leaves that are connected together. And this one came off. Hold on a sec. Let's try to do that again. Might have gone a little crazy with my little cuts on the side. I did. Well, in that case, let me just use my other one. So learn from me in that when you're making these cuts on the side, you do need to save an let's say a sturdy piece of real estate right around here so you can connect it to something else. Let's try it again. And that's not working. Hang on a sec. I have a backup plan. So lesson learned. Too many flicks on the end. Let's connect these 2 pieces. But I do like, especially for this piece, I do like to have that clay that's pretty thin. It's probably about a 2 mm thickness. I think it just adds to, I don't know, kind of the elegance. Trying to connect these. All right, there it goes through. Wow, is it Friday the 13th? Is it Friday? Oh, today is not my day because I've my integrity of my earrings is not good. So this is what you're going to end up with. You need to put a jump ring here, another jump ring here, and connect that to your ear wire. And lesson learned, you want to be careful at the ends of your leaves because those are your connecting points. And when you're going to drill through your clay, you need to make sure that those connecting points have a very strong area and you haven't like cut through too far with your blade. So I am so sorry about that, guys. I got a little crazy on my flicks. All right, let's move on to the next project, which are little candy corn earrings. And this teaches you how to create stripes in your clay. And there are a lot of ways to create stripes. And I'm going to show you one of them. And we're going to start with this pattern clay. And this pattern clay has this ombre design. And the cool thing about that is you're getting multiple colors in just one purchase. So I just need some of this yellow color, which I'm going to cut off the end here. And I have the other colors here off to the side. But you can see the clay is a little bit dry and crumbly when it first comes out of the package. If you've ever worked with polymer clay, you know that that can sometimes be true. You can see with just a little bit of working that starts to lose that texture and starts to become more pliable. So I'm just going to keep working this. Again, this is called conditioning. And pretty soon this is super soft. And you can see I only have a tiny little bit. The other cool thing about clay is you can mix custom colors just like you would mix paint. So the colors that I'm going to use for this, I have sort of like this orangish color that I've mixed from that same slab. I have this yellow color and almost white. It's kind of a off-white. Now, here is where you should always have like a damp rag. I have a damp like microfiber cloth here, and I'm just wiping my hands because I want to be sure that I don't transfer color from my hands to the clay. So I'm actually going to start with the white color, and then I'm going to progressively get to darker colors. That way it won't transfer. So if you go straight from a black or a red clay to working with a white clay, that white clay will be pink or it will be gray because you will transfer it on your hands. All right, so here's my white clay, and I'm going to show you the way that I make stripes. This is not a way to make perfect stripes, but I like the way these stripes look with the candy corn. So I take the clay and I make it into a little snake. Okay, there we go. And candy corn goes white, then orange, and then yellow on the bottom. So I'm going to take my orange and I'm going to make it into a snake about the same size. Set that next to it. And then the same thing with the yellow. All right, and now I'm going to roll these out. So lots of ways to make stripes. This is just one of them. And if your clay starts sticking to your roller, add a little bit of cornstarch so it doesn't stick. So that is one way to make stripes. And that is the fastest way. So here is my cutter. You can make candy corns from a cutter that's like this. A teardrop shape works really well. Of course, you'd have to adjust the size of your stripes. But this is how you would make a candy corn. Okay. Move the excess and bake that. And I have some that I baked earlier. All right. So the only thing I don't love about this cutter is that it has a direction to it. You see how it kind of goes? Kind of goes that way. So I like my earrings to be symmetrical. So I want one to be a mirror image of the other. So you could turn one over so that they're mirror images that way. I guess that way. All right, so this is again how it comes out of the oven, very flexible. We need to drill that hole in the top. And this we shouldn't have any problems like I was having with my leaves. Right there, you get a perfect 1.5 mm hole in the top. For this one, we're going to need a little larger of a jump ring. So I'm going to pull this one. Clean up. And we are also going to need our ear wire. So this one is super simple to assemble it. Open your jump ring like that. Feed it through and put your ear wire on before you close it up. And you're done. Simple earring. Little candy corns. And see how it's not, this isn't a perfect line here. It's not super straight, but I like the way that looks. It makes it look homemade. It makes it look like this is not something that came out of a factory mold. Okay, you guys still with me? A little bit of technical difficulties today, but we tried it. We're moving on. Okay, so next we have some super cute pumpkins, and I'm going to bring out this piece of clay that I used on that first leaf earring. And so it's now in a ball. I'm just going to take a small piece of that ball and roll it into a sphere. And this is going to be the beginning of our pumpkin. So I don't want to mess with it too much because I still want to see all those gorgeous little stripes and swirls and bits in there. So it's as simple as that to kind of get it started. Now, I'm going to show you several options to do this. So now we need to create some grooves in our pumpkin. I like to use this tool, something with a kind of a sharp edge to it. And starting at the bottom, which I'm going to determine, I'm going to look at the swirls and see where's the bottom of this pumpkin. I like to put the prettiest part. This is to me is the prettiest part. So I want to make sure that's on the side. So that's the side of my pumpkin. This is the bottom. And you know, we need to make our pumpkin lines. What do you call these? So starting at the bottom and rolling up to the top. I'm making my pumpkin segments. Somebody in the comments tell me what I'm making here. Are these segments? I guess so. Kind of just rolling to the top. And it's not perfect, but that's okay because we're going to perfect this. So you want to continue to work with it. Pressing into the bottom, we've established where all of our sections are. And now we're just kind of going over them. And don't worry that this top doesn't look perfect. I'm going to show you the ultimate trick to make that look perfect. I'm really just worried about what these sides look like. And I found that the pumpkin looks cuter the deeper the segments are, the deeper these grooves are. They look cuter. And now I'm going to look at the bottom and I want to kind of press all of these things in toward the center, these like end pieces. That's looking like a pumpkin. And same thing at the top, like press them in more. And really, we're almost done. You can kind of mess around with this forever, but I'm going to show you a cool trick to perfect that center. This is the top of the earring. It's going to be a little bit visible. Thank you to Jennifer in the comments. They are called ribs of a pumpkin. I was making ribs here, folks. Okay, so to perfect this top so it's just perfect because it is going to be a little bit visible, I found this to be a wonderful tool, Phillips head screwdriver, and just kind of pop that in the center and it just dimples everything in there just perfectly. And there's a pumpkin for you. So before we bake it, we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to take a head pin. This is another basic building block of jewelry making, just like the jump rings. And we're going to pop that up through the pumpkin and hope to come out right in the center. Well, that was pretty good. Okay, and now I have a way to hold on to it. And I just bake it like that. I'm going to put this on my sheet of things to be baked, and that goes directly in the oven, metal and all. Super simple, right? Okay, let's do one more. So the other thing that I found is this is such an amazing way to use up leftover clay. So I have a bunch of leftover clay here. In fact, let's make it, this is the leftover clay from the candy corn that we just made. So it's a whole hot mess right now. But if I flatten it out and start to twist, the twisting is going to cause these colors to sit next to each other in smaller bands. You see what I mean? I'm going to kind of fold it in on itself, give it a little. If I want these bands of color to be even closer, I'm going to twist it up again. Now this one's a lot bigger. I can cut it in half to make 2 earrings. So let's do that. Ooh, the inside looks pretty. And I found that in making these pumpkins, it's almost the wilder that these little mixes are, the cooler it looks. So now we have two pumpkins. Very cool, right? Well, let's keep going with something else. If you are intimidated by all of this hand sculpting, I want to show you another slightly different method. It doesn't involve quite as much hand sculpting. So I'm going to take this and roll it out. Pretty thick. And if you have a star-shaped cutter, this works really well. It also works with kind of a flower shape or daisy shape cutter. But see how thick I kept that? And the little arms of the star can fold them up on themselves. And you basically already have a pumpkin. And now, of course, I can go in with my tool and perfect it. But what using a cutter does, it does a couple things. It kind of makes it easier to see where the grooves are. But also, if you're making a whole bunch of these, for example, if you're selling pumpkin earrings at a craft market or something, you might want all of your pumpkins to be the exact same size. And so using a cutter helps portion the clay out as well. So now the bottom needs a little bit of love. Making the lines and then pressing in the center. And there, just as easy as that, we start to have a pumpkin shape that we're going to put a head pin through. That's ready to bake. So this is endlessly customizable. Of course, I can do that over and over and again with the same piece of marbled clay. So you want to bake those. Now, baking of these, you want to bake them a little bit longer because they are so thick. Look how much thicker this is than, for example, this. It's like 4 times as thick. So this bakes for 20 minutes. I baked my pumpkins for about 30 minutes. Same 250 degree preheated oven. And this is how they came out. I'm tapping them so you can hear that they are hard. So let me go in order here. So first I just did a solid color, but then I was like, oh, that's cute, but a little boring. Then I took that solid color, and before I baked it, I just rolled it in some glitter and then baked it. And then I started working with swirls of color from leftover clay. And I just love the way those looked. I used a slab that started as a patterned slab like that, turned into a pumpkin that looks like these. And it just the wilder and crazier I got with the patterns and the colors, the more I liked it. So this is a super fun thing to just experiment with and use all of the extra clay that has come, that you have little bits and pieces of. If that little head pin falls out, you can just put it right back in, because basically this is now a pumpkin bead. You can just put that right back in there. All right, let me show you how to finish these guys. Oh, and then of course I had to start making them smaller and smaller. This was about as small as I could get it until it became just too hard to handle. All right, let me show you how to finish this guy here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do the solid color one so it's a little easier for you to see what I'm doing. All right, so here we're going to bring out some more jewelry tools. You're going to need a plier that looks like this. This is a round nose plier. It has like cones for tips. And you are going to need a cutter of some kind, like a wire cutter. And those look like this. So all of the sort of pliers that you need for all of this, these are the three basic ones. You need a flat plier, you need a round nose plier, and you need a wire cutter or snipper. Okay, so to create with this, let me find my original one. Here is our original pumpkin that we started with. So you can see at the top there, it has some little plastic leaf charms and a single seed bead. So we want to get those on there before we do anything else. And I have those right here. We're going to need some jump rings. And we just need little jump rings for this. This is about a 4 mm size. And I'm going to open the jump ring and slide. These also available at Michael's. They just have tiny little loops on the end. So I'm just connecting those jump rings, closing them, and then sliding them down on here. And then one single seed bead. These are glass seed beads. You can play around with colors there as well. You see what this one has almost a brown to kind of match the color of the pumpkin. You can go with a green to like reinforce the fact that that's a pumpkin stem. And now we need to create a loop at the top. So we have all of this extra wire here. I'm going to hold the wire right above my seed bead and twist it 90 degrees like that. Now I need to cut off. I have excess here. I need to leave about 3/8 of an inch and not really more than that. Cut that off. Go back to your round nose pliers and you're going to grab it right at the end, as close to the end as you can, and twist back on itself. So you're making like a candy cane. And because I had to let go, because you know, you're twisting your wrist, let go, grab it again, and keep going, keep twisting. And eventually you're going to make a loop. And that loop is how you connect this to your ear wire. So we're going to open the end of the ear wire like it's a jump ring. So accept this. And don't you have like the cutest little pumpkin earring? These are so fun to make, endlessly customizable. I love kind of the newer styles of pumpkins. Like I would like to do this with black leaves and a black stem. Love it. All right, guys, we are wrapping up here. I hope that you found something that you can take away from this class. I hope you feel inspired to go and grab some clay and start creating wonderful earrings for fall and beyond. So we teach these classes all the time. We're going to be coming up into the holiday season. So we have tons of holiday earrings, Christmas, all kinds of fun stuff coming up. Don't miss it. We teach, Blue Moon Studio teaches polymer clay classes and UV resin classes. And I hope you'll come back for all of them. Check out michaels.com in the classes and events page for the schedule. Come see me. I love you guys. Bye.